My name is Crystal Gilchrist. I'm the Principal Transportation Planner with the Montgomery County Planning Commission. We have a number of speakers tonight, but our welcome tonight is going to be from Bob Hart, Chairman of the Commissioners of White Marsh Township. Thank you very much.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us here in White Marsh Township, and welcome. Welcome to our new Vice Chair of the County Commissioners, Valer Kush, and our Montgomery County Planning Commission staff, director, staff, and I think some members, and SEPTA representatives. So we appreciate you all coming to White Marsh and planning this and doing it in our township. We are very transit oriented. We have 3 train stations in our township, and we've worked very closely with SEPTA in the past to develop more opportunities to increase ridership. So that's been important to us, and we just finished a major partnership, public-private partnership to increase ridership in our township. Other than that, I don't have a lot to say, but I am glad you're here. I look forward to hearing Montco's vision for transportation in our county going forward, and I know there's a lot of people here with a lot more expertise on transportation than me. So I will gladly turn it over to our Commissioner, Valer Kush. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob, and welcome to everyone. I am Valer Kush. I am the newest Montgomery County Commissioner and Vice Chair of the Commission. I was appointed in late January to take the position of to complete the position that Leslie Richards had, who is now our PennDOT Secretary. And I will give you her cell phone that you can text her about your favorite pothole if you're interested, so you can just see me afterwards. But I really want to welcome all of you to this very important public meeting tonight about how your transit dollars are being used to improve and expand public transportation in Montgomery County. As a suburban county, we are actually very fortunate to have an extensive transit system already in place. As you probably know, we have 5 regional rail lines, the Norristown high-speed line, and numerous bus routes that serve most of our county's population. In addition, we have the Pottstown Area Rapid Transit Network that serves Pottstown, 2 transportation management associations, and Transnet, which is a program that helps seniors get to doctor's appointments, and they can even schedule to run errands and go shopping. So we really have a lot of options to help people get around our county. The county recently completed a new comprehensive plan, and it received national recognition for this effort. I want to congratulate Jodi and the team. This plan has really got the top award, right? Yeah, it was really fantastic. And is that available online if people want to take a look at it? There we go. So it's the Montco 2040 Comprehensive Plan, and it focuses on improved community connections, sustainable communities and neighborhoods, and increased economic opportunities throughout the county. And transportation infrastructure is critical to achieving all 3 of these goals, and that's part of what we're here to talk about tonight. Having multiple transit options available to residents and to workers is a very important component of the overall comprehensive plan. There are health implications. Taking transit to work and then walking a short distance, or walking or biking on any of our trails, is a great way to get some much needed exercise into our lives. Many younger people are looking for places to live that do not require that they own cars. We just heard actually last week some really interesting data on the generation that's currently in their sort of late teens and into their 20s. They have a very different view of cars than perhaps I do or some of us in the room do. Seniors need options to make sure they can get to their doctor, get to the grocery store, run the errands that they need. And workers, as we probably all are sick and tired of fighting traffic and would love to see more public options to help us get around. We worked together to pass Act 89, which will now finally provide a consistent funding formula for transportation across the state. And this is allowing SEPTA to begin addressing what was a very substantial backlog of both maintenance needs as well as upgrades. We are so glad to finally be in the position to plan for the future. Now, on the horizon is the expiration of the current federal transportation funding. It's been extended a couple of times, and I think the next expiration is at the end of May. And so we are also working together with all of our elected officials to push for a stable source of federal transportation funding so that we can combine our new state stream with the federal stream and really make some progress. And I just don't need to remind any of you probably that we've got two really big visits coming up. We have the Pope coming in the fall, for which 3 million visitors approximately are expected in our area. And then next summer, we have the Democratic National Committee Convention. And if we're not going to need public transportation for both of those events, then I can't think of any other better reason to push for that. So thank you all for being here as we embark on this very important conversation. And I'm going to turn it over to Jodi.
Thank you, Val. As she mentioned, my name's Jodi Holton. I'm the director of the Montgomery County Planning Commission. I'm glad to see you all here tonight, and thank you to our speakers for coming. We have a good lineup of people to talk about how our transportation dollars that we're spending today are really wise investments that get us closer to the future that we described in the 2040 plan. We talk about extending transit service, increasing service frequency so we don't need to wait an hour for the next train in the middle of the day, and encouraging development and land use patterns in our station areas that sustain and reinvest in the places that we love across this county, our boroughs and our towns. So tonight we'll have SEPTA talking about the 12-year capital budget or capital program, and then we'll also have Pat Moyer, Peggy Schmidt, and Kyle Guy talking about different transportation associations that provide alternatives to driving and help those with mobility issues reach their destinations safely. So just in the past 2 years, we talk about this new interest in living near transit stations and perhaps the millennial generation being interested in living without cars. And just in the past 2 years, within a half-mile distance of our transit stations, we have 41 stations across the county. We've seen over 2,200 residential units proposed, as well as 1 million square feet of commercial office and institutional development proposed. And I know that in our Montco 2040 plan, we have aspirations to get the system beyond a state of good repair and to help it accommodate future growth from this type of development. We'll need new rail cars, we'll need station upgrades that include parking. And so we have SEPTA here tonight to talk about some of those large and small scale station upgrades that are slated in the capital budget. In addition to all these transit improvements, the county has been working with our municipalities and PennDOT to improve station access within communities, adding more sidewalks, bike trails, and bike lanes. Stay tuned for the countywide walkability study that will begin, or have begun already, and it'll be called Walk Montco. And we'll be looking to partner with our communities on how to make the walking environment around the stations that much better. So without much further ado, I'd like to introduce Pat Moyer, Peggy Schmidt, and Kyle Guy to talk about the work they do with the transportation management associations and other transportation service providers.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kyle Guy. I'm the Planning Director for the Greater Valley Forge Transportation Management Association. And I want to thank the Planning Commission and White Marsh Township for hosting us tonight. GVF is a nonprofit that's been around for 25 years, and we work with over 130 partners to help reduce congestion and improve air quality. One of the challenges and opportunities that GVF continues to work on is connecting businesses to transit. The millennial workforce, as was mentioned earlier, is demanding a place where we can live, work, and play that also has access to transit. And King of Prussia is a great example of that, which is an area that has historically been underserved by public transportation. In 2013, the King of Prussia Business Improvement District and GVF partnered to create the connector shuttle system that connects the King of Prussia Office Park to SEPTA Regional Rail at Norristown Transportation Center and the Wayne train station. This is a great example of corporate leadership and corporate collaboration, and 7 large employers within Montgomery County have partnered for this project. And the shuttle continues to grow in ridership, and each month we have about 1,300 riders. Another exciting project in King of Prussia that we're working with SEPTA and a number of stakeholders on is the King of Prussia Rail Project. This project is really exciting for the King of Prussia area, and it will extend the Norristown high-speed line out to the King of Prussia Office Park and the King of Prussia Mall. Not only will this project enhance economic development in the area, it's going to also encourage mixed-use growth. So we're really looking forward to working and continue to working with SEPTA on this project. And in addition to the connector shuttle that I mentioned earlier, we also manage the Vanguard shuttle system. Even though Vanguard is located in Chester County, many Montgomery County residents work at Vanguard. The shuttle system is 16 shuttles operated by Transnet, and it connects to various regional rail stations, including the Norristown Transportation Center and other stations or other locations in Limerick and Pottstown. That is a large system and has over 160,000 riders per year. And additionally, in recent years, GVF has noticed that there's a need to educate the public on different transportation options that are available, including public transportation, which is why recently we launched the wearetdm.com website, which is basically a one-stop shop for all transportation options that are available, including public transit, such as buses and regional rail, but also carpooling, biking, and walking, and other things like that. So check it out, wearetdm.com. And finally, a major initiative we are working on this spring is trying to get Congress to pass a transportation bill. This is a very vital piece of legislation that needs to happen this spring. Senator Casey is our keynote speaker at our 25th annual meeting, which is on May 11th. And I'm sure the transportation bill is going to be a hot topic at that event. So feel free to check us out at www.gvftma.com, and also check out our webpage, wearetdm.com. And if you have any questions, I'll be around tonight, and if you're online, check out our websites. So thank you.
The great author, Dr. Seuss, once said, "Municipalities, big and small, the TMAs can help them all." Okay, so Dr. Seuss really didn't say that, but the premise is still true. The following are examples of how the TMAs can work with municipalities in order to improve the quality of life of the residents of Montgomery County. The Municipal Bike Share Program. Since many municipalities in Montgomery County do not have access to public transportation, the TMAs can work with you on establishing localized bike share programs. Presently, the Partnership TMA operates 3 bike share programs in the region: Hatfield Borough, the Upper Perkiomen YMCA and Library, and the Peter Becker Community. How does it work? For example, in Hatfield Borough, individuals are able to go into the Borough Hall, they'll sign a waiver form, they have to put on their helmet, and then utilize one of the red cruiser bikes for the day, or if they make previous arrangements, they can use them for the weekend. And this is all for free. The Peter Becker Community actually has trikes that their employees use to move about their campus, and of course for the residents to use. To complement the bike share programs, the TMAs host bike safety events, provide bike safety and local trail information, and sell bike helmets at reduced cost in order to encourage safe biking. TMAs also work with member municipalities on a municipal bike rack program, where municipalities can receive free bike racks in order to encourage their residents to leave their cars behind and pedal instead. Does your community have walk appeal? The TMA can work with local municipalities to do a pedestrian safety audit, create a walking brochure and map, distribute defensive walking pamphlets, and host walkabouts to encourage residents to see the numerous benefits that walking through their community can do. Other walking programs that can help municipalities encourage their residents to leave their cars at home and walk through their community include Walk Our Children to School events, livable community programs, traffic calming workshops, and identifying safe routes to school. Road construction. It is all around us. The TMAs assist PennDOT, SEPTA, our local municipalities, and local authorities on coordinating construction with our public works directors. Notification of weekly roadwork updates go out to TMA members and interested individuals that need to know what's going on. The TMAs meet with their public works directors often on a quarterly basis and attend various Montgomery County public works and public safety events. Thinking about redeveloping an area or instituting a municipal shuttle bus? TMAs can help you walk through that step-by-step process to make this a reality. Their experience and their contacts will work with you to make your transportation ideas come to life. Want to learn how to take public transportation and want to take the train and the subway to the Phillies game? Well, maybe not this year, but hopefully we'll want to do that sometime soon. Through the Mobility Hotline, a toll-free number, 866-507-4857, a live person will help you to plan your trip and make recommendations on the fastest way to get to where you want to go. So, all the places you'll go is not just the name of a popular Dr. Seuss book. It is the mantra of how the TMAs can help you and your municipality with your transportation challenges. Thank you.
I'm Pat Moyer, and I'm the Executive Director of Transnet. We specialize, we've been around for 35 years, over 35 years actually, and we specialize in small vehicle transportation. And we provide service to senior citizens, people who are disabled, and people who are low income. Those are our publicly funded programs. And we're very fortunate in Pennsylvania because in the early 80s, with the advent of the Pennsylvania State Lottery, funds were earmarked for senior citizen transportation. And so